Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we mentioned earlier, we'll be talking about the Decent Life Initiative, or Haya Karima, and the role of the civil society in this very important initiative launched by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi with the aim of upgrading the lives of the most needy people in poor villages. The initiative targets 1,400 Egyptian villages, and we're very much delighted to talk about this issue today with our guest, Mrs. Shahira Ali. She is the president of an NGO, or a civil society organization here in Egypt. Thank you very much, Mrs. Shahira, for coming.
My pleasure, really.
And to start with, before we talk about the Decent Life Initiative, tell us more about how you started the volunteering and charity activities.
Actually, volunteering is not famous at Egypt, because all people consider that volunteering is with money. But actually, volunteering, it could be with time, it could be with the efforts, not just money. I have some times in my life I don't have a lot to do, so I search for something I can do and serve my community. So I found that joining this organization is a very good impact on my life, actually.
Yes, yes. What is the role played by the civil society organizations here in Egypt in helping the most needy segments?
Actually, we focus on all the area of people life, daily life, including all the pillars that Haya Karima is concentrated on. We already focus in it. For example, empowering women, water and sanitation, roofing some houses and renovation it in some village, very poor village, and all the people needs. We already participate in it and try to do our efforts to get them a better life. As our motto is serve to change life.
Yes, but how do you operate? How do you make the plan and decide who needs what?
Actually, we as any foundation, but we are volunteering. So all we have is we have a plan for 3 years, and we plan what we're gonna do, and we're trying to collect the money for the projects, and then we apply. We communicate with the governmental organization to know exactly the needy area, so we can unify the effort instead of each one of us working separate island. So they give us a data, so we can know what's really the zones need our service.
Yes. Let's talk more about Haya Karima, or Decent Life Initiative, and the role of the civil society in it.
First, we have to mention that the Haya Karima, which Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have launched, and it's considered really Egypt mega project for the century 21 first, as it's different from the other mega projects, Suez Canal or High Dam, as it affects the life of the people directly, their daily life, and it's gonna impact about 4,500 village, 57% of the people, the population of Egypt, and it's gonna.
But the first phase was targeting 1,400.
Yes, the first one, yes. And the budget is about 700 billion Egyptian pound. So we're talking about something huge, something never happened before.
Yes.
Actually, our roles. As I told before, that we connect with all the organizations, the governmental organization, to know exactly the needy places, and we do our effort to implement the pillar Haya Karima put for running these projects. As water and sanitation, we already start making some beach well and water connection for some villages, as Dimyat and Shubra al-Khema. Also, we have some water connection in Burj al-Arab, about 75 for 75 houses there. And also, we have a lot of things. All the pillars that Haya Karima focus on it, we have a plan for it actually.
Well, as you mentioned, apart from the infrastructure projects, also Haya Karima targets providing the village-based inhabitants including female-headed households and funding for micro and medium-sized projects. How can the civil society organizations help in this aspect?
Yes, let's say that we have in our organization something called the Women Empowerment Committee. This is target the women and especially the women who support her family.
Yes.
As now in Egypt, I don't have exactly data, but I think the number is very huge. Actually, that the woman is responsible for the family. We are have a plan to make some small and tiny and medium projects like sewing training center. To teach them how to sew and make their life better, and by having some works to do. We have also some idea about including the mixed bin environment and projects like the bread, the stilled one, we can use it again in a certain machine, so we can use it as the feeder for the birds. So this is can be good for them if they want to raise some birds and can sold it again at the market, so they can get some money. And we have really many ideas to do these tiny projects, which not cost you too much. And the same way, it's a little, let's say, at the targeting improve her life. And try to help her family. As I said before, she knows is responsible. A lot of family depend on the mother, as she is responsible for home and earning the money.
Yes. Now, as you mentioned, the Decent Life Initiative was launched by President Abdel Fattah Sisi back in 2019 when he assigned the Ministry of Social Solidarity to develop Egypt's poorest 1,000 villages. And then what became new or very unique about the initiative is that it involves all the segments of the society. So it's not a governmental initiative.
Sure.
The players are the civil society organizations, the businessmen, the private sector.
Private sector, yeah.
So everyone is taking part. How
Yeah.
do you see this new approach?
I think it's very good that unified our effort. We have a certain plan. All of us stick to it. As if all of us was working in a separate island, will not get the same results we need, or will not achieve the goals. At each of us have to know his rules, and we have to stick to it, so we can make at the last the full pictures, and we get our target and achieve the goals.
Mm-hmm. How do you see the future of charity work and volunteer work here in Egypt in light of all the initiatives taking place here in Egypt? How do you see the importance given to the role of the civil society organizations, and what would be their tasks in the coming years?
Well, actually, I recommend really that we have to teach children from schools that they have to do volunteer work, even small things.
Yes.
Because this is will make them, when they get older, they know that they have some responsibility towards their community. We all have to do our best and effort to serve our community, our people. I think it's gonna be a shiny future, because I noticed that a lot of people try now to engage to some foundation and some organization, civil organization. This means that there is awareness of this, the importance of this thing.
Yes. Now, also, President Abdel Fattah Sisi has been giving special attention to women and their role, especially women in poorer areas and poorer villages, as you mentioned, because they support the families.
Yeah.
So how do you see this attention given to women under President Abdel Fattah Sisi's rule, especially that it's a comprehensive plan to develop the status of women economically, politically, socially, even health-wise? Several initiatives have been launched by the president to protect the health of Egyptian women.
Yes, actually, I feel that women in these days live the golden ages, as really, Mr. President really give a lot attention of women, and he's always mentioned us and always said that we are a very important element in the society. Actually, he supports us in many things through law, making some efforts to help us in the different area. Although men didn't like this, of course.
Yes, the issue of water is very important for the president as well, and delivering clean, sanitized water for villages was among the top priorities, and even using not just sanitized water, but water to like recycled for agricultural purposes.
Yeah.
Talk to us more about this issue, Mrs. Shahira.
Well, for us in our organization, we focus now on filtering the water. So making now not just water connection, but we already make now beach well, and there is some plan for trying to make some recycling for the water, but
like water treatment.
Yes,
it's like water treatment projects for agriculture.
Yes, but we didn't start anything until now, but there is a plan for this, inshallah.
Yes. What are your upcoming plans?
Well, we have really a lot, because we make our plan for 3 years actually. Our plans include, like we said before, water and sanitation. It includes empowering women and the small business, some projects to help them. We have also some plan for treatment, and we have many medical convoy, include treatment and medicine for in some village, like there is one was in Mayor Sultan, this is at Atfih Giza, and there is one at Minshat Dahshur, this is in Sa'ara Giza, and there is another one in Abu Numrus also. So we also cover the education through literacy classes. We have about about 50 classes per year for the literacy, and we have also planned for some development for the society, and making it easier for people for their daily life, inshallah.
Yes. Well, best of luck with that. I'd like to thank you very much, Mrs. Shahira Ali, President of a civil society organization here in Egypt. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this edition of Women's World. I'm Halal Hamallawi. Many thanks for being with us.